Alright boys and germs, today I'm going to explain to you my concept of food when it comes to good, better, best. Alright, this is a statement I've coined from Stan Effrostein, who's the creator of the Vertical Diet. So this isn't a new thing that I've come up with, it's something that's already out there. But I like to use it with my own clients as well when it comes to their understanding of food and, you know, in a situation where a lot of people kind of jump to what's healthy or unhealthy, what's good food or bad food. I want to remove that concept from food altogether because at the end of the day, there is no such thing as bad food. So this is the way I get my clients to look at food when it comes to making choices. The good, better, best scenario. I've got quite a selection of foods down here in front of me. Everything from tater crisp, chocolate, steak, pre-made meals, packaged a salad, frozen vegetables, actual vegetables themselves. And it's basically coming up with and explaining to you, you know, in scenarios where you are, you know, maybe short of time or maybe you have a lot of time, what would be the best scenario for you? And when you pick certain foods, where are they on this list compared to what you're currently doing? Okay, so first of all, let's say you're someone that is time poor and you have been currently buying all your food on the go. Maybe you try and pick the healthiest option when you go to a filling station or a fast food outlet. So for you, what is the better than option for you to choose right now? So let's say, for example, you are eating a lot of fast food. Well, I would be suggesting for you maybe something like Muscle Chef, where these are meals where your protein, carbs and fats are already divided out, and it's one of the better or best scenarios compared to what you're already doing. All right, so another thing that we come into, you know, butting heads about is, you know, frozen vegetables. And people are like, well, surely eating frozen vegetables aren't healthy because they're frozen. Well, again, we got to look at what are you already doing? Would this be a good, better, best scenario for you? How much time have you to create the snacks and foods that you want to eat? Are you able to sit down not sit down. Are you able to make the time to prepare your food and prep it earlier in the week so then you can use something like broccoli or carrots and cauliflower that you can actually cook yourself at the end of the day? So I would always say, you know, when it comes to vegetables like this, the good, better, best scenario is a good scenario is using the frozen veg. The better scenario would be actually going to the supermarket and buying the actual vegetable itself. But the best scenario is obviously growing it. You know, it's fully organic. You see how it grows up. You feed it the food it wants and it needs in order for it to grow up to its best. So that is actually the best scenario that we can actually have. When it comes to meats and foods and stuff like that, so buying pre-made meals is a great option. We'll say it's good in this option. Prepping your own food yourself, that's the better option. And making your meals each day for each meal would be the best. But again, not even myself have I time to be prepping every single meal every day because it just consumes so much time. But I want people to stop getting hung up and, you know, when they do decide to have like chips and chocolate and bits and pieces like this, these things can fit into your diet as well. They do not need to be eliminated. You know, it's important to enjoy sugars, fats in your diet as well, as long as your diet doesn't solely depend or solely consist of only these things. A lot of people have a sweet tooth. I myself have a sweet tooth, and I make sure at the end of each day after my meals, I make sure I have enough calories left to enjoy these other snacks. And as I said, they don't make up a huge percentage of my diet. These other things do, but again, we got to look at stuff as the good, better, best scenario. There is no such thing as bad food. You're allowed to enjoy savory foods as well as fresh foods, all through the spectrum. That's why they're here. But it's just understanding what you're consuming the most of, and at the end of the day, that's why I recommend a calorie target, because inside the calorie target you can eat only chips and chocolate As long as you stay inside your calorie target or in a calorie deficit, you will maintain losing weight. Now, at the end of the day, this is what you're going to be fueling your body on. They're very dense in calories, so maybe you're not going to be able to consume as much of this as you would say the frozen vegetables or actual vegetables. So it's all about understanding where your calories are coming from, but at the end of the day, there is no such thing as bad food, and you're allowed to enjoy everything that you can possibly find at the supermarket. It's just, again, referring back to the good, better, best scenario. What foods are good, what foods are better, and what foods ultimately are the best. I hope that explains it all for you now. Any questions, please shoot through a question. Or any question you want answered, please shoot it through to me. I'm happy to answer it for you. Giddy up!